Tilapia fishing in the U.S. with industrial pack bait. Tilapia is one of the most popular freshwater fish across the United States. Originally native to Africa, tilapia was introduced decades ago and is now widely farmed and stocked in ponds, lakes, and canals, especially in warmer states like Florida, Texas, California, and Arizona. Many American anglers enjoy fishing for tilapia, not only because they are fun to catch, but also because they provide delicious, mild-flavored meat that is perfect for grilling, frying, or baking. In this video, I'm going to share with you a complete step-by-step guide on how to catch tilapia in U.S. waters using industrial bait, also known as pack bait or ground bait. We will cover everything from choosing the right fishing spot, preparing your bait, setting up your rod and line, detecting bites, and landing fish successfully. Whether you are fishing in a public lake, a private pond, or a quiet backwater canal, these techniques will help you catch tilapia more effectively. Understanding tilapia in the U.S. Tilapia thrive in warm freshwater environments. They are most active when water temperatures are between 70 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit. In the U.S., you will often find tilapia in farm ponds, reservoirs, canals in Florida, and even in some heated outflows of power plants in colder states. Unlike predator fish such as bass or catfish, tilapia feed mostly on plant matter, algae, and small invertebrates. This means they respond very well to bait made from grains, bread, corn, and soybean meal. They tend to school together, so once you find one tilapia, there are often many more in the same area. Their bites can be delicate and sometimes hard to detect, which is why using the right float and paying attention to details is crucial. Choosing the right spot. When fishing for tilapia in the U.S., location is everything. Look for calm, shallow water, near vegetation, submerged structure, or along the banks of ponds and canals. Tilapia often gather where there is plenty of natural food like algae and aquatic plants. In Florida canals, for example, you might see tilapia creating nesting beds in shallow, sandy areas. These are great places to target them, especially during spawning season in spring and early summer. In farm ponds or stocked lakes, tilapia often cruise near feeding areas or aeration points. If you see bubbles or slight disturbances on the surface, that can indicate fish are feeding below. Tackle setup. For tilapia, you don't need heavy tackle. Industrial bait. What works in the U.S.? In America, anglers have access to a wide range of ingredients and ready-made products that can be used as industrial bait or pack bait for tilapia. Some of the most effective include sweet corn. Canned corn is a tilapia favorite. Breadcrumbs or bread powder. Soybean meal or ground soy flour. Oatmeal or instant oats. Ready-made carp or tilapia bait mix is available in tackle shops. Molasses or vanilla flavoring to add scent. The goal of pack bait is to attract tilapia by creating a feeding area. The bait must hold together long enough to sink to the bottom and slowly break apart, releasing small particles to keep the fish feeding in your spot. How to mix pack bait. Here's a simple recipe commonly used in the U.S. for tilapia. 1. Start with 2 cups of dry oatmeal. 2. Add 1 cup of cornmeal or breadcrumbs. 3. Mix in half a cup of soybean meal for protein. 4. Add a small handful of sweet corn kernels. 5. Slowly add water while mixing until the bait sticks together, when squeezed but breaks apart with a little pressure. 6. Optional. Add a teaspoon of molasses or vanilla extract for extra attraction. The key is the right consistency. If the bait is too dry, it will fall apart before reaching the bottom. If it's too wet, it will turn into a paste that doesn't release particles. You want a medium stickiness, enough to mold around your hook or sinker, but still able to break down in the water within a few minutes. Using pack bait on your hook. There are 2 common ways to use industrial bait when fishing for tilapia in the U.S. Method 1. Ball around the hook. Mold a small ball of pack bait around your hook, leaving the hook point exposed. As the bait breaks apart, tilapia are attracted and nibble at the particles until they find your hook. Method 2. Feeder or spring rig. Use a small wire feeder or spring. Pack the bait around the feeder, then thread a small hook with a piece of corn or bread nearby. The feeder releases bait slowly, and the hook bait looks like part of the feeding area. Casting and fishing technique. Once your bait is prepared and your hook is set, cast into the chosen spot near vegetation or structure. Let your float settle and watch carefully. Tilapia often bite gently at first. The float may tremble, dip slightly, or move sideways. Unlike catfish or bass, tilapia rarely take the bait with a strong pull. You need patience and concentration. When the float sinks decisively or moves steadily sideways, lift your rod firmly, but not too hard. Tilapia have soft mouths, so setting the hook too aggressively may tear it out. Detecting real bites. Many beginners mistake wind movement or water currents for bites. A true tilapia bite is usually small, but consistent. The float may slowly rise, dip, or slide away. With experience, you will learn to distinguish between false signals and real bites. Always keep your eyes on the float and your hands ready. Best time to fish tilapia in the U.S. Morning and late afternoon are the best times. In summer, tilapia become less active during the hottest part of the day. During spring, spawning fish are aggressive and easier to catch. In winter, unless you are in Florida or southern Texas, tilapia may be less active because they prefer warmer water. Landing and handling fish. When you hook a tilapia, expect a good fight for its size. They are strong for their weight and will often run sideways. Use steady pressure to bring the fish in. A landing net is useful, especially if you are fishing from a steep bank. Handle the fish carefully. If you plan to release, wet your hands before touching to protect their slime coat. If you plan to keep them, put them on ice right away to preserve meat quality. Extra tips for American anglers. If you fish in a farm pond, check with the owner about bait rules. Some ponds prohibit certain bait types. Public waters always follow state fishing regulations regarding size limits, bag limits, and legal baits. Tilapia often gather near man-made structures such as docks, bridges, or aeration pumps. Try casting near these spots. Don't ignore shallow areas. Tilapia love to feed in just a few feet of water. Conclusion: tilapia fishing with industrial bait is one of the most effective, affordable, and enjoyable methods for American anglers. With the right spot, properly mixed bait, and patience in watching your float, you can fill your cooler with tilapia in no time. This method works whether you are fishing in Florida canals, Texas farm ponds, or California reservoirs. The beauty of pack bait is its simplicity, easy to prepare, inexpensive, and irresistible to tilapia. So, the next time you head out to fish, try this method. You might be surprised at how many tilapia you can catch. Remember to fish responsibly, respect local regulations, and enjoy the experience.